If Michael Jackson was slowly infused with 25 milligrams of Propofol at 10:40, would that still be in his blood system at 12?
I think you were asking if something was still in his blood system, and as I said, I do not know the metabolism of blood, but I would not expect him to still be sedated from that 2 hours later, if that's the question.
Which I give to every witness in every case. The first instruction is to please sit back and relax. And the last instruction is to wait until you hear an entire question before you even start to answer it. And
That's the start date and time of a particular phone call, and the time zone is with phone tower that the target number is using at the beginning of the phone call. And finally,
And this is speak in a loud voice so all of us can hear you. The third instruction is to answer a question yes.
When was the time that the Ativan was given? He could not remember the time. He said he didn't know. Then I asked him what happened next. He said he left, but when he returned, he saw that the patient was not breathing. I asked him what time was that. He did not know either.
So he told you that he found the patient not breathing, correct?
Yes, correct.
And you asked him at what time that was that he found the patient not breathing and he wasn't able to tell you?
No, he was not able to tell me. And I asked him from the time that he found that the patient was down, what was the time that EMS or the 911 was called. And he couldn't remember that either. He said he did not have any concept of time. He did not have a watch. University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA.
Okay. And that's where you're currently employed?
Yes. Dr. Murray did ask me one thing, and he repeated the same request to Dr. Cruz, that we not give up easily and try to save Mr. Michael Jackson's life.
Is that what you were trying to do?
Yes. From the brief conversation with Dr. Murray, I have a couple of concerns. I could see that Dr. Cooper's team had already been running the code. Mr. Jackson was under ventilator support at the time. But in Dr. Murray's mind, if we call it quit at that time, it would be giving up easily.
Did you ask Dr. Murray first?
He's the primary source.
Wasn't...
It's not a case of too little, too late. It seems like a case of too late because Dr. Murray was not able to give me the time or the time interval. What I feared was that time was not on Mr. Jackson's side.
But whenever you've used it, it's always been an association